We've only been in this amazing country now for 4 days, but I've got to say, Egypt continues to surprise us with its jaw-dropping beauty and intriguing ancient history. And just when you think that it just couldn't possibly get any better, we find ourselves yet again mesmerised by the stunning artwork and captivating stories about life and death of ancient Egyptians. Today we're heading just west of Luxor. Our destination is a desolate valley chosen by the Pharaohs in the New Kingdom as their final resting place. These hidden underground tombs are referred to as the Valley of the Kings. The first tomb we visited belonged to Seti I, who ruled ancient Egypt between 1294 and 1279 BC. Apart from being well known as a powerful ruler, he was also father of the great Ramesses II. At almost 138 metres long, the tomb is one of the longest, deepest and most stunningly decorated tombs in the whole of the Valley of the Kings. We were told that Seti's tomb is rarely open to the public these days, so as you can imagine we were very grateful for the opportunity to see this ancient monument in all its glory. Not far from the tomb of Seti I is the burial place of Tutankhamun, who reigned Egypt between 1334 and 1325 BC. At first glance you can see that it's smaller and less extensively decorated than other Egyptian royal tombs of its time. However, unlike other tombs in the valley, it hadn't been stripped of its valuables when it was discovered in 1922. The spectacular nature of the treasures found inside inspired a media frenzy that made Tutankhamun into one of the most famous pharaohs of ancient Egypt. Wow, that was Tutankhamun. Incredible. Ramesses III was the second pharaoh of the 20th dynasty in ancient Egypt. He's considered to be the last great monarch of the New Kingdom to wield any substantial authority over Egypt. Unfortunately, he was assassinated in a conspiracy led by his wife and her eldest son. This would ultimately cause a succession crisis which would further accelerate the decline of ancient Egypt. He was succeeded by his son Ramesses IV, although many of his other sons would rule later on. It's thought that Ramesses I may have descended from a non-royal family before becoming king of Egypt in 1292 BC. He was a founding pharaoh of ancient Egypt's 19th dynasty, as well as the father of Seti I and grandfather of the great Ramesses II. Ramesses IV was the final tomb we visited. At age 21 he became the third pharaoh of the 20th dynasty of the New Kingdom and was the second son of Ramesses III. He came to the throne in difficult circumstances after his father was assassinated. Records suggest that he was the last New Kingdom king to engage in large-scale monumental buildings. In our next video we visit the mortuary temple of Hatchepsut. She was the sixth pharaoh of the 18th dynasty and one of the few and by far the most successful women to rule Egypt as pharaoh.